Hello everyone, this is Bernice from the Napping Mouse, and in today's video I want to show you how to make these two beautiful cards from one sheet of 12 by 12 paper. This here is 5 by 7 right here, and we're going to have like a little lining over here. I didn't put anything in, but this is what we're going to be working with. And then also from that 12 by 12 you're going to be creating another card which is 5 by 5. Okay, and this is from the prep paper pack that we created in my last video, where we made die cuts, borders, journal cards, and 6 by 6 sheets of paper. Okay, but we'll be working with that, and I'm going to show you right now how to make this. Okay, let's get started. So as I said, we were using the Sage Park paper pack from Recollections, and this is one that I got from Michael's. I purchased from Michael's not too long ago, and it comes with this beautiful paper pack. And we did on the last video, what we did was we went ahead and cut up all of the cards and made 6 by 6 papers and tags, and so that's what we're going to do now, is put them all together. I will have the link down below so you can check that out if you want to see that before, but this is what the design that we're going to be working with. Okay, and what you'll need is, oh, look at my goodies here, my goodies. So the first thing that you're going to use is what you'll need, one 12 by 12 cardstock. Now this is called Tuscan Sun, and it is from My Colors. This is called Tuscan Sun, and this is from My Colors brand. This is a really good brand I like to use. I still carry this in my store, so if you're interested in this or any other colors, I'll have the link down below, okay? But for this video, we are going to use Tuscan Sun 12 by 12 paper. Then you'll need the paper pack that I was telling you about. So we've got some dies here that I've already cut up. Okay, and also there's some journal cards that we'll be using as well. So I've cut those up as well, and I've already prepped them just so we won't take too much time. But yeah, these are the journal cards. And then you'll need some glue, some liquid glue. Then you'll need tape runner, some 3D foam. I still carry this, and I still have I think I have the refill still, but I'll have that link down below. And also I still have some of these left. So these are the 3D foam squares from 3L or Scrapbook Adhesive. Okay, then you'll need some twine, some ribbon. I'm using 1/4 inch ribbon. You'll need 2 copy papers, a scoreboard, and a trimmer with a bone folder. And then these are optionals. I have decorative punches, but you don't need to use that. We can use other stuff, or we can just leave it as it is, but these are just optionals. And then also a nice clip, because when we create these little swags, we'll be decorating with this. Okay, now let me set all this aside and get ready here. Then I'll explain to you as I'm going why I decided to actually take a paper pad and cut it up. Okay, but first things first, we're going to get our trimmer, and we're going to take our 12 by 12 paper. And what we'll do first is we're going to cut it at 10 inches. If your paper is directional, then you would need to cut this at the top. So make sure this is at the top. But because this is a solid cardstock, it doesn't really matter. So we'll go ahead and trim this at 10. Okay. And then, oops, set this aside. Oh, I'll clean that up. Set this aside because in another video, we're going to be creating these beautiful tags, okay? Sneak peek right there. So this is another video. Save those for the tags, okay? Now, what you're going to do here is at 5 inches, you're going to score this at 5 inches. Oops. So at the 10-inch mark here, now at the top, score it at 5. Okay, and then rotate it to the 12 inches and cut it at 5. Okay. Oh, I gotta sharpen my I think I need a new blade there. Okay. Oh, let's cut that up. Let's clean that up now because it'll be a lot easier. Yeah, look at that. Okay. I should make a video on just basic tools that you need for crafting, especially for paper crafters. But yeah. Oh, maybe I could leave it jagged like that and make it, have it look like a shabby chic, kind of make it look a little bit rustic. That'll look nice. If you choose to ink the edges, that's totally optional. For this video, I'm not going to do it, but it does give it a more shabby chic look. Okay, so what you're going to do now is fold it at the score line and burnish it. Okay, now I like to use my bone folder because it gives it a nice clean edge. If you don't have a bone folder, you can use the edge of like a trimmer. This kind of makes like a great, you know, bone folder right there. Or a butter knife or something that, or pencil, pen. You can do that as well. Okay, we're going to set these aside, and now we're going to get our trimmer again because we are going to trim the lining. So get your trimmer, get your 2 copy paper here, and at the 11 inches, you're going to fold it in half. Now, because this paper is really thin, I'm just going to go ahead and fold it in half together. Okay, and let's make sure that that's a nice crisp edge. Okay, and then separate this. Let me get my notes here. Okay, so for the first one, what we're going to do is at the 5.5 inches, which is here, we're going to trim it at 4 3/4. There we go. And then that's scrap. And then at the 8.5, we're going to go ahead and trim it at 6 3/4. And then we could just save these as scraps. Okay. Now set this aside, get the other copy paper, and then at 5.5, you are going to again trim it at 4 3/4. Uh-oh. Okay, that wasn't good. Let's flip that over and see if we could make it work on the other side. Oh, no, 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 no. Let's see. There we go. Maybe I had to do it really fast. Oh, can I make this work? I think I can. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to trim this section off. Okay. All right. Let's get that going. Okay, and then I'm going to rotate it this because since I trimmed that part off, we're going to then turn it to the 8.5 edge, and then we're going to cut it again at 4 3/4. Oh, pray for me that I don't screw this part up. Awesome. Okay, there we go. Now let's set our trimmer aside. Sorry for all the noise here. And get your cardstock back. It's easier to put, we're going to put the linings in right now, but the reason why it's easier to put before you start decorating, because it gets like really bulky on the top over here, and so then afterwards when you try to put it, you know, you have to work around. So if you just do it beforehand, it makes it a lot easier. And also if you want to go ahead and stamp or write your sentiments beforehand, that would be a great idea, because in the event that you do make a mistake or you don't like how it turned out, you can go ahead and repeat it. Now go ahead and try to put it as close to the edge as possible. The tape runner, you can use regular glue if you want to as well. The tape runner just makes it really easy. And then the reason why you go ahead and, like, if I had done it on this side, when they open the card, they have to open up another page. This way, when the recipient opens the card, it opens together when they do that. Okay, and now we'll set this aside and we'll repeat it for the 5x7 card. Go ahead and run that tape runner along, and there we go. Okay, now let's put this aside here, and we'll work on the 5x7 first. And what we'll do now is we'll get our, and let me put this here, that. Okay, so what we'll do now is we'll get all of our die cuts here. The reason why I decided to, get your die cuts, get your 6x6 paper that you've cut up, and I've already had it previously bagged. I decided to choose this one. I just thought it was really, really pretty. And the next thing to do is go ahead and choose your cards and which one you want to work with. I'm actually going to do the same thing that I've done here so you can understand. This is going to be too big, so this is not going to do. The Just Breathe, you know, if I decided to go with this, I can actually, you know, fussy cut over here on the side and just do this. And this would actually make a really nice card. So, want to do that? Let's see. No, I'll do what I'll show you what to do, okay? If you decide to do something like this, it'll look really nice, and then it'll be the 7x5 card. Still look nice, but I'm going to set this aside and I'm going to work with this. Okay, so the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to put this all together, and I decided to use this one so I can show you how it all turned out. It's going to look a little bit different because I used a different background, but you'll see how it is. Now, as you can see, it is a little bit bigger, and then we've got none here. So what we're going to do is cut it at, since this is 5, we're going to cut this at 4 3/4. Okay, we're going to trim that and set this aside here, and let's get our trimmer back. Cut it at 4 3/4. And let's do this also. We'll cut this one here at 4 3/4, and you'll see what I'm doing. This right here will be a little scrap. Okay. All right, so it is a little short there, but we're going to put this down over here. Okay, now yes, there is a little line, but as you can see, I've done the same thing here, and you can't even tell what I've done. I've covered it here, camouflaged it here, so no one's going to know, and this is a great use of paper. So let's get our glue. Actually, if you want to just get the tape runner, we can go and get the tape runner because it'll be pretty fast. Okay, and let's go put a little bit of glue tape here. I'm going to put this first at the edge, and I'm going to put it about 1/8 of an edge, top and bottom, or excuse me, the bottom and the sides. Okay, there we go, perfect. And then what I'll do is I'll match this up here, and then I'll also match the corners here. Okay, it's not stuck down. Perfect, perfect, awesome. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we can fussy cut this, which, let me put this aside, I'll bring you in closer so you'll see more the card instead of the mess that I have. There we go. Okay, so what we'll do is I'm just gonna kind of make it like really, I'm not going to make it so detailed. If you choose to do detail, that's perfectly fine, and it'll look really beautiful. I'm not going to make it as detailed as possible. And then the trick to fussy cutting is that the scissor hand is still while the hand that's holding the paper is the one moving. So that's the one that's really like guiding and manipulating it to, whoops. Okay, so I'm going to show you something, and I'm glad this happened. When you do a cut and then you do again the cut, this is what happens. You'll get jagged edges. But if you cut like straight and just keep going and just keep pressing down and not like especially when you round the corners, or if you want something round, you do it in one cut. I'm hoping I'm making sense here, but if you like stop and then cut and then stop and then cut, you'll get jagged edges. If that's what you want, then that's a good thing to do. But when you're going in circles, do it like in one sweep, in one pressure. Apply pressure one time. I hope I'm making sense. Okay, the reason why I decided to cut this paper pack up is because there's so many brands that I love, and they come with their 12 by 12 paper pack, and then in a separate purchase there's a 6 by 6 paper pack, and then in a separate purchase there's the journal cards, and then a separate purchase is the die cuts. And I'm like, wow, they're all great and they're all beautiful, but it can get costly. And sometimes just that one paper pack, you can get all those products from that paper pack while using up the papers in the paper pack. So pretty much you have less waste, and therefore that's why I decided to show you how this is done and how you can achieve that same look with just that one product. Okay, so let's do this. So now we're going to do this, and what I'm going to do is, I know I did, I glued it straight down, but God, it'd be so pretty if it would just pop up just a little bit. No, let's glue this down, but I'm not going to glue it on the corners. I'm going to allow that to pop up on its own. Okay, so in the center it'll be like that. Now we're going to decorate the top here and also the side. So we're going to get our die cuts, and then we're going to choose which one is the best. Like that would be so dramatic. That would be beautiful, actually. You just have to get like a special envelope, or maybe cut up that area, but that would be like such a beautiful swag. Okay, let's think about that, because maybe I can remove this flower here and then just add this, and then remove the leaves and add it to the top there. So we can decide how that would look. Or let's put this. Oh, that'll look nice. That'll look nice actually up here too, if I can remove some of that. Let's see what else I've cut up. Okay, so, oh, this is nice. That'll be nice. That'd be like a nice banner. There's that one there. Well, that would look kind of cool if I... that would look kind of nice. I kind of like that one right there. This is that swag. What else? And you don't have to use the same flowers that are there. I kind of like that also. Did I use that? No, that's not what I did for this first one here. I did it a little bit differently, but we're going to use that so that won't be so dramatic. And then what else did I did? Here was another one that I cut up, and what I could do is actually add on the bottom of this. Yeah, that'll look nice as well. Okay, so I'm going to do that. I'm going to take my regular liquid glue. I'm going to apply glue there, and see how you can have like the same design, but it'll look different because you kind of tweaked it a little differently. Here, let me put that there. Okay, beautiful, beautiful. And then what I'll do is I'll take some of these 3D squares and I'll pop it up. Sorry for me shaking the table here. I'm trying not to. Okay, we'll take this out. Just note that in the Scrapbook adhesive foams, they do come with the protective layer. I don't think all of them do. Well, maybe all of them do. I'm not. Okay. Let's add this here. Yes, beautiful, beautiful. I do like that. Okay, and I'm actually going to try this. I'm actually going to fussy cut this part out. So let's take this, but I'm going to do it carefully because I may want to use that flower for another area, or for even just like another project. So there's no reason for me to throw it out. Now I'm doing this quickly, so it's not as pretty as I would like it. But yes, okay. Well, we can still see the word planted there. It does stick out a little bit. And then, let's see. Can I put that there? Let's see. Yeah, maybe I can just... Oh, there we go. Perfect. Perfect, perfect. Okay, so I'm going to leave... Those leaves, I don't know about those leaves, though. That's the thing. They look beautiful, but I'm gonna take it off. I'll cut them out. And maybe I had said that earlier, but after looking at it again, you know. Okay, there we go. Perfect. Now I like this. I don't mind if the word covers up a little bit. I mean, I can choose to cut this part out. And here's the trick. I'm going to cut this out and I'm going to show you. So we're going to put the leaf in the same spot. Okay, now even though I'm cutting it off, I'm going to put this one here. I'm going to put the 3D foam on the back to lift it up. Okay, and I'll show you a cool trick. And this way you get more of a wow factor this way, while not throwing away, you know, other papers, other designs. Some designs are so beautiful, it's so difficult to throw them away. I'm like, I really don't want to do it, but here we go. Okay, so here, I'm putting that down. Okay, so now to give it more of a 3D effect, I'm actually going to glue this down. It's still going to be in the same spot, going to be a little bit lower so we can still see the word, but it's just going to give it such a nice presence to it, a nice wow. Okay, here we go. So that's pretty much the same spot. When we go lower, there we go. All right, that is perfect, perfect. Now this flower here, where did I want it? I wanted it here somewhere, but I want it to pop up. Okay, that'll look nice right there. Or I can just put it inward. What do you think? Should I go up or should I go across? Don't think too much. Okay. Sometimes you just have to do it and hope for the best. But whatever it is, the card will just turn out beautiful and the recipient will just love it. Okay, yeah, I'm happy with that. Perfect, perfect. Okay, let me put all my dies away. Put all of these beautiful dies. And I've got a few more videos coming up too, using that paper pack. The same paper pack that we were talking about. Forgot about this guy here, so let's go ahead and put him up there. Or she. Put it here, put it there. No, let's go with our first. Okay, I want to clean it up a little bit more. Okay. All right, there we go. There we go. Perfect, perfect. Okay. Now, if you decide to stop here, it's going to look beautiful. I mean, it's just a beautiful card, okay? But if you want to add a little bit of bling, a little bit of ribbon, a little bit more texture to it, that's going to look, I mean, it's just going to give it a wow factor, okay? So let's go ahead and do that. I have some sequins here. If I can get this open, I've got some sequins here, and so we're going to add just a little bit of bling. A little bit of sparkle, actually, and I'll put 3 of them for now. And I'll set that aside because we're going to be using it. And you can put it anywhere you want. I put it like here, just kind of make it sparkle, make it bloom. If you wanted to spread it out, whoops. If you wanted to spread it out, you can do that. If you wanted to actually put 2 here on the side, that would look nice also, and just keep it with the 2. It'll just add a little bit of sparkle right there. Let's do that. Why don't we do something completely new, completely different? Now, when you put the sequins, I do like to add, that's a bubble, I do like to add like a big clump of glue. If you I mean, if that's the right way, because if you put a little bit of glue on the sequins, it's just not going to stick. Now, I try to clean it up as much as possible, okay, but the glue dries clear, so you're not really, it's not really going to show, and it's going to make sure that the sequence is going to stay. So, hey, why don't we just save this one for another use, okay? Now what we'll do is get the twine, or actually clean up our space here just a little bit, but we'll get the twine. Where did I put my twine? Where did I put my twine? Here we go. Okay. So what I'm going to do with this one is I'm going to cut, this is about, let's say this is about 12, oh, I would say this is about 12, 16, 18 inches, okay? Cut just a little piece, like I would say maybe about 4 inches, and I'll show you why. Save that piece for later, and go ahead and wrap it around your fingers. And I try to make sure that when I wrap it around, I've got the two ends in the different direction. This one is actually not going to show the different directions, but I wanted to, let me see, maybe if I use the 3 fingers like this, there we go, perfect. I'm sorry, here we go. All right, so I'm using my 3 fingers, wrapping it around, and then pulling it or opening it up as I'm doing it. Okay, so that'll be like part of the middle right there. And then I'm going to take, which I didn't use for the other, I used like a straw type of material, raffia, that's what it's called. But we're going to use this one, and this one I still have in my shop. This is from Waste Not Paper, and it is called Sunshine. It's beautiful satin ribbon. I'm just going to do 2. So hang on. If you want to give it a more fuller look, you can go ahead and do more, but I'm just going to go and do 2. And then what I do is I go ahead and I clip these 2 together. Now this would be a really great idea to use go ahead and tie with the little piece that you have here, go ahead and tie this together just to make sure that it'll stay together. Now this would be a good idea. You don't need to tie it twice. If you want to, that's fine, but you don't need to tie it twice. Then we're going to leave these edges as it is. We're going to just open it up and not trim it or nothing like that. Now if you decide to use hot glue, that, you know, it's perfectly up to you, and it is a quicker way of putting things, you know, completing it. You will cover this part here, so let's go ahead and add another one. Get another one of the, oh, this would be perfect. Look. Okay, let's cut this up so it won't be like towards the edge here. Hope you hear my dog there. My dog, poor Daisy, she's just old. Yes, and then we can go ahead and do this. Now, if you choose to hot glue it, that's actually a really great idea. Whoops. Because it'll dry quicker. But where was this? Where did this guy come from? Okay, so it left. Okay. I'm just going to leave it like that. I'm going to put a bunch of glue right here in the center. Okay. Make sure. Now this is going to take this will take like a good hour to dry, but it will dry and it will stay. Okay. And then this. Okay, perfect. Now if you want to put like a heavy book on top of it to keep it down, you can. If you have like a longer, like usually I use clothespins for this, and I don't have it here in my stash, so I'm just going to put a heavy book on top of this for now. And oh, I could put this underneath this. How about that? Look at that. Okay, we'll do that, and then the next thing we'll do is clean up our space, and we will work with this guy here. Okay, and clean up our space. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is work with this 5x5 card, okay? And we're going to go back to getting our journal cards. And this one I said So Kindness. But I think I want to do, this is Laugh More. Oh, Live Simply. Yes, beautiful, beautiful cards. Okay, Together, Laugh More. I'm going to put actually Live Simply. And what I've done is I've already put a backing on it. So I'm going to go back to my 6x6 cards. Actually, I do remember creating like backgrounds with this and cut it in different sizes. But we're going to go to the 6x6 cards because we can get more paper out of that. So let me get my 6x6 cards. So now what we're going to do is get our 6x6 paper, and we're going to choose which background that we want to use. If I can get this out, and yes, I can. Okay, so these were the 6x6 paper that we cut up. Now I used something that had a little bit of a smaller background. This would still work. This is a lot of green. But I actually like to pull up a lot of color. I don't know if this image would be a little bit too big for this. It'll cover like too much. God, it would be beautiful though, because it is smaller. That's a possibility right there. Okay, so let's go ahead. Too much green, we've used that. Oh, here's another pink one. Oh, that's a simple one too. That would really give a lot of drama and presence and really bring out the flowers. Let's see. I've loved this. Love, 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 love it. This is the one that I used for the other card. And let's see, and this would be a little bit too simple. Okay, so we are going to go with this 6x6 card and see how that turns out. Okay, so next thing that you're going to do, I will set this aside and go ahead and get your trimmer, and we'll trim this to, since this is 5 by 5 and I want 1/8 of a border, we'll trim this to 4 3/4 and then flip that and then change it, or trim it to 4 3/4. There we go. And then we can save this. We can actually put this in the border area, or we could put that in our background area as well. I think it'll look great. I think it'll look great with the border area. Okay, and here is where, if you wanted to use decorative punches, here's where you can go ahead and use it. Now for this one, I did glue another one because I had meant this to be a journal card, but it's ready, it's here, I'm going to use that. And because it has already this kind, I'm actually going to get my corner punch, if I can find it. I'm going to get my corner punch and I'm going to trim, or I'm going to trim the corners like this. And let's clear all this out. All right, there we go. I love it. I love it. Yes, there we go. So I'll go ahead and glue this, and I'll just get this, make it very, very simple. Okay. I'm going to glue the back and then place this down in the center, just making sure that it is all even throughout. This is bothering me here, so I'm going to trim this excess paper that I kind of shredded a little bit. Whoops, don't want to cut into it. Okay, there we go. And I guess if you want to round the corners of this, you can. Of course, I missed one. Of course. Here we go. All right, let's go ahead and put this. Now, when you do this, just make sure that the top is the top, especially when you open it up, because I will go ahead and design this, but then the opening is on the wrong side. So just make sure that the opening is on your right side. Okay, now we'll go ahead and bring this up. So I'll get more of my squares here. Okay, folks, if you do like what you see, I would love, love, love for you to give it a thumbs up. That really helps my channel, and it helps the algorithms of YouTube to show more of what I do. And for more contents like this, go ahead and subscribe to my channel. And ring the bell button so you could be notified of the next one. Why am I missing this? And that way you won't miss out on the next tutorial. Here I go with this flower again. I am telling you, maybe if I could utilize, I don't want to cover that up, that's the thing. Live simply. I can cut those out. I can cut this part out and use that, but it would cover that edge. Here, let's see what's going to happen. And one thing that's great about this particular paper pad is that the images repeat itself so much. So say for example, if I cut this and I really didn't like it and I should have not cut it, there's another image that I can go ahead and use. Yes, beautiful, perfect. Okay, so I'm going to actually give it more of a dimension. Whoops. And bring it up more. That would really look beautiful. If you wanted to give it more of a vintage shabby look, then I go ahead and ink the edges. It does take more time, but you know, we're having fun here, so don't be in a hurry to make these cards. You know, it is all about the fun and giving it positive energy and just having fun, having a relaxing time as well. Let's see, can I put that there? Or can I put that underneath there? Let's see if I can reuse this. Yes, that would look nice, and that would actually give it more dimension in that way. And then I'm not throwing very little away. Okay, there we go. There we go. We're carefully putting that in. You guys like it there? Okay. Let me know if you would have done something differently too, or what is, okay. No, I don't want you to go anywhere. You have to stay. I know I've got enough glue. Okay, there we go. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Okay, stay. And I don't need to do anything here. I can go ahead and leave it alone. On this particular card, I did put it. But if I just wanted to leave it alone there, that's fine. How about we just do, what I can do is make a little bow with this. And whoops. There's a way of doing it with the fork. I've got to learn that way more. Okay, there we go. There we go. Ah, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Now let's go ahead and make a bow. What's great about this particular ribbon, that no matter how you tie it or twist it, or whether you want to do a knot or whether you just want to do like a faux bow or round it on each side, it's the same. So it makes it really, really easy to use. I'm going to do that. The trick here to making like a really nice bow is that when you put the I don't know, the legs of the ribbon, if you per se, I mean, that's a lack of words. When you cut, go ahead and cut straight with the loop of the bow, and that makes it like more polished, more finished. It just makes it for really good. So however you want, let me put that down too. The legs, I call it legs. I mean, what is it called? Just the ribbon part. Go ahead and put it like straight, okay? And see how it looks more polished. Okay, so we can add that here. We can add that. That'll be nice to add the bow over there. Oh, look how sweet that looks. That'll look totally, totally sweet. Really, really sweet. I think I'm going to do that. I'm going to trim this off a little bit more. Okay, and we'll just do that. Perfect. Now I'm going to glue this down, but if you do use a hot glue gun, it'll glue so much faster, or dry so much faster, so then you can utilize it. With this, you're going to have to just wait for the glue to dry. Now this glue dries clear, so lucky me for that. Okay, and then if you want to add some more, you can. Oh, let's go ahead and add some of our blings. I do like to use the sequins, so let's add some bling here. And again, I'll put this on the side. Kind of give it like a little, just like off to the side, and I'll put this grouping together. Okay, this would be good to use tweezers if you have tweezers. I mean, I guess if you do have some nails too, that'll be good. I don't know about long nails. I have a hard time working with long nails. I mean, I just can't do it. I tried, and it's a mess. I cannot do it. Okay, folks, well, there you have it. Let me set all this aside and let's show the finished product. Beautiful, beautiful. And if later on, if you wanted to go ahead and add some more stuff, like add some more bling or use, you know, buttons, that'll look so super sweet. But here you have it. These are the projects. These are the cards that we made today. Can you see them? Can you see them? Look at these beautiful, beautiful cards. Love it. Love, love, love. Okay, folks, I do hope you enjoy this video, and I do hope that you do create these cards. These are just beautiful cards. Thank you so much for watching, and you have a great day. Bye-bye.